And on top of that, you can cure all of the diseases. I'm about to prove to you today about how Magic Johnson never had the HIV virus. And I'm also going to highlight the basic steps to cure all man-made diseases and all the STD diseases, including HIV and the AIDS virus. The Magic Johnson HIV AIDS hoax, sleeping with 6 or 8, damn near 10 women at a time. What people don't talk about is Magic wasn't the only one doing all of this. All the sportsmen players, all the actors, it's a tradition for them to become successful through the entertainment industry and fulfill their dirty, dark sexual desires, right? This goes all the way down to talk show hosts, Hollywood film actresses, referees, even the commentators. All these people, they live on the road, right? You got to think, a R&B, male, female singer, whatever the case may be, she can have any man she wants, as many men a night she wants. And vice versa with the man. He can have as many women a night he wants. So what happened is, well, we're going to speak in retrospect because this is how they was doing shit back then. In today's time, where it's more upfront with the deal, right? So, while you on the road as a point guard or a sportsman player or a hip-hop artist, whatever, right? This is the reason why they give you their own road manager, their own bodyguard, security. They provide you their own lawyer, perhaps their therapist, because everything you do is being reported. Every move you make is going back to these executives, and as soon as they hear you have a wild sex life, you just defiled, these traditions lead to invites to Hollywood sex rituals, no Diddy. Magic Johnson was running trains with teammates, with his NBA friends. I mean, he running trains with James Worthy. Now, James Worthy, did he or didn't he have it? The HIV virus, no Diddy. Now, if Magic was sleeping with, if Magic sleeping with 6 or 8, damn near 10 women by himself, and he running trains with James Worthy, you think James Worthy only want to sleep with Magic girls? He has his own fans. He can afford to sleep with any type of woman in the world just off his status alone. James Worthy, he bringing in the same amount of women, if not more. So how come James Worthy don't have the HIV virus? And how come no woman has ever came out and sued Magic Johnson for transmitting the HIV virus? Only because the test results would draw back to Magic Johnson, and it would have blown his cover, no Diddy. Magic slept with multiple thousands of women, bruh. Not one of them came out and said, Magic gave me HIV. I'm filing a lawsuit, because you would have to get the blood test, and it would never show up because Magic never had it. Which is precisely why his children didn't have it. His wife didn't have a virus also. Now, motherfuckers in the industry that have HIV and that's having sex with people and passing the virus, it's motherfuckers like Charlie Sheen. It's documented. He done went to court for it. These is people that's going around, giving people the poison, going around killing people, spreading the disease around. So you a Hollywood actor, you rich, everybody know who you are, you can have any woman you want, and you just spreading around the HIV. Now, Magic played 13 seasons. He went to 9 NBA finals, won 5 of them. He won his rookie. Still today, Magic Johnson is one of the best pass and assist players of all time. But a nigga never had HIV or AIDS. U.S. federal government created AIDS, HIV in 1981 for population control and money. There was going to be a professional athlete that was going to come out and say that he had an HIV or AIDS virus. And they first offered it to Sugar Ray Leonard. He turned it down. They also offered it to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan turned the shit down. Magic Johnson, he was the only one to take it. The offer was for $100 million to announce publicly that you have HIV and AIDS. This was offered to a lot of professional athletes at the time. This was to generate money and to give rise to the pharmaceutical companies that's owned by the government and the aristocracy elite. The contract was orchestrated that the athlete also announces their retirement from them tracking the HIV virus and to return to the league 5 years later. Now, about the HIV virus, right? It's pretty much something that shuts down your immune system. It's your immune system. They suppress your immune system when you go into surgery so you don't fight off the things that they put inside your body, which tells me for a fact they know how to control the immune system. So it's all about money, right? And Magic Johnson contract back then, he was only making about $2 million a year, which is nothing. The value of the money was different back then. Of course, I understand that. But even back then in the old times, in the Lydian days, the ones who created the coins, basically whenever the money was created, there's always rich people who had the most, always. And what we call billionaires today, millionaires today existed back then. And the entertainers always get the least. This is a business. This is how this shit is set up. Like, all right, look at Angela Reese, right? She got all these deals because of basketball pretty much, but you can't play college basketball forever. So if she doesn't go to the WNBA, she won't have all these endorsements because she won't have the value no more, right? She's the richest player on her team, but she's not the best athlete on her team by far. WNBA players don't even make $100,000 a year today in 2024. My point is, entertainers still don't get paid enough today in the year 2024. That's a part of the slave contract. That's what I've been trying to tell y'all now. From the cancer all the way down to the lupus, diabetes, HIV, down to syphilis, herpes, AIDS. There's not a disease on the planet that's not curable. And, they're not interested in the healing of black people. They're not interested in the healing of any people. They want everybody divided, racist, and sick and against each other. They want everybody defiled, high, and distracted, with just enough money to survive and not enough knowledge to understand the Most High. The natural cure for AIDS and STDs came about in 1984, along with many other diseases. There are plants out here that are consistent with cleansing the body. The Most High created these plants just for that, alkaline plants. These all alkaline plants is what you need. This is the diet. They force you to believe all these are incurable diseases, but people are starting to awaken to this forbidden knowledge regardless. There's more than 26,000 diseases representing all areas of the body, including blood, bone, immune reproductive diseases. I'm talking about sickle cell, lupus, cancer. Then they want to have all these fake ass methods and these remedies, right? And they want to put you in things like chemotherapy. These classes and these methods kill, these remedies kill cells. Nerve cells, neurons, are the basis of your nervous system. There are 100 billion neurons in your brain. The cells connect throughout your entire body. The brain is what controls all of the body's functions. The spinal cord runs from the brain down through the back. It contains thread-like nerves that branch out to every organ and a body part. This network of nerves relays messages back and forth from the brain to different parts of the body. So as far as the neurological function, now see, specific causes of neurological problems vary, but can include genetic disorders in general, abnormalities or disorders, infections, lifestyles, environmental health problems, brain injury, spinal cord injury, or nerve injury. I'm talking sugar, fatty foods, meat, dairy, mainly dairy. Dairy holds mucus. Mucus holds all of these viruses in your body. The average person eats all of these things. They eat burgers, pizza, fast food, steak, chicken, swine, juices, fruits, and the elite knows this. All of these foods and all of these ingredients is what feeds the virus and keep it alive and active throughout the body. So once you remove the mucus from the body with the highlighted remedies, that virus is cured. It's going to be completely out of your body. The highlighted way is the alkaline vegetable diet only. Of course, there's other things like along with this shit, but this is the main thing. This will remove the mucus. Once the mucus is gone, the disease is gone with it. Now, AIDS is something different. Acquired immune deficiency syndrome is the final stage of the infection of HIV. AIDS is what you get from not maintaining HIV. A lot of people who die in jail, their death certificates are sent to whoever the family is living at the time, right? And on the inmate's death certificate, it'll state PCP ammonia cause of death, right? And that's AIDS. And the family don't know this at the time, but they probably be thinking like, okay, I didn't know, this person have AIDS because they talking to the other family, or they talking to loved ones of the person that died. I didn't know so and so had AIDS. The person knew they had HIV the whole time, whether they knew where they caught it in the streets or they was aware of it on the outs, right? But when they wasn't incarcerated, they was doing that temporary fake ass remedy that they provide when you test positive for the virus. But when you get locked up, you don't have that type of access to the medication you need. You need this medication or you will die. It will turn into AIDS. Now, this is part of the video is for the people who battling with AIDS right now. You must apply that alkaline diet immediately. If you battling with AIDS right now, you got to do this shit, because just like when the people die in jail from AIDS because they couldn't maintain the HIV on the streets, same thing happened to the people on the streets that can't maintain the HIV and it turned to AIDS. So I'm Black Unity, not a slave, man. But and another thing, it's not a gay disease either. Magic Johnson, see, what I was trying to say earlier on the contractional side of the deal, Magic Johnson gave HIV a face. He made it look like catching HIV and AIDS is not a bad thing. You could retire a 13-year professional NBA career, come out of retirement, return back to the NBA a few years later. See, the government created AIDS and they did it with the hoax. They mocked AIDS. They made AIDS look like it was a joke. The oldest person to live with HIV, I think the lady died at the age of 90-some years old. And, that's not common. You don't catch HIV and have a happily ever after life and live till you 90-some years old. Or you don't turn into a professional basketball player with multiple endorsements and business deals. It doesn't happen like that. Magic Johnson never fucking had AIDS, all right? And now that you know that he never had the AIDS, don't laugh at it, because it's not a fucking joke. My auntie friend had AIDS. One of my brother's fathers, he passed away from AIDS. He could sing very good. He was a handsome man. He was tall like Magic Johnson. He wanted to be an entertainer, right? He was an entertainer like Magic Johnson. In fact, one of his sisters is the lead singer in the group In Vogue, right? But it's the deadly virus. But my brother's father, right, my auntie's friend, they died of it, bruh. Bro pops died of AIDS. My auntie friend died of HIV, man. Magic never had it. It was a hoax. Deception in a humorous way. My mom's friend, my brother's father, they died from deception of the virus. Everyone from that time is dead already. And word was they caught him with an underage girl and HIV was the ploy, and they covered it up to keep it under the rug. Shit was a hoax, man. Black Unity, not a slave. This was the Magic Johnson HIV fake AIDS hoax and the cure to all diseases, man-made diseases, and all STDs, the HIV and the AIDS virus. I'm out.